The first card you have you passed is the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is about communication, a very, very, very strong, deep connection. It can be about friendship turning into love, but it's a very, very, very strong connection. And I think you do have this strong bond with someone. You already do. I think this is someone you might be in a relationship with. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, this is about you. This isn't about someone who's single. So I think you do have a very, very strong basic bond with them. You always have that there. That's like a foundation you always have with this person. Now, on top of that, you do have quite good communication, but there are times when I think you have completely different styles. You just look at things from a completely different viewpoint. I also think that it might be, part of this might be that you're a fire sign, and I think they might be something completely different to that. I think they're a little bit, I think you're someone that kind of comes out with things at the time when you think of it. It's like, I want to express myself, I'm going to say something right now, and I'm going to say whatever I think, and maybe you're a little bit blunt sometimes. And I think their style might be a little bit like, I'm going to think about this, I'm really thoughtful, and then I'm going to bring it up when I've thought about it for a while. And then they might do that. This is what I'm seeing. They might be doing that. And then you think to them, well, why are you bringing this up now? Why are you saying this now? I mean, the time's passed. You're bringing things up from a long time ago. And that might stress you out a little bit, I think, because I think, you think, well, you're going along and they might bring something up that happened 2 years ago or 2 months ago at any time. And it makes you feel a little bit bewildered. It's as if they're still upset about something from a long time ago. But what they're doing is they're kind of just thinking about things in a lot, and then when they've thought it all through, then they bring that up. So that's what I'm seeing. I know that's very, very specific, but I am seeing this very different communication style. Now, I don't want you to worry about this because I don't think you've got any big, huge, terrible problems in this relationship. I actually think the foundation is very, very good there. But I think you might have to work on these styles. Just maybe sit down and say, I feel this way, you feel this way. Just put yourself in the other's shoes, maybe. It is a little thing that I am seeing that you have to work on, if that resonates with you. It might not. That's just what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the next card you have, you pass the Eight of Cups. Right, so I think this is about someone who you might have been in a relationship with a long, long, long time ago, actually. I'm actually seeing someone watching you. Quite often when I see this Wall of Cups and I see that little gap, sometimes that's about someone watching someone. And I don't think this is a crazy stalker, but I do think it is a little bit obsessive, actually, because, I mean, this is someone you knew a long, long time ago. So if they're still thinking about you after all this time, might even be years, if they're still doing this and kind of checking up on you a bit or whatever, it is a bit strange because it is a long, long time ago. So it is a bit weird, but I don't want you to worry. They're not some weird, strange stalker. They're not going to do anything, but they haven't gotten over you. That's what I'm getting there. And the strange thing here is, I think they might have been the one that walked away from you, actually, because I'm seeing some messages, text messages or something like that. And I think all of these messages were coming from you to them. It was very one-sided. I think maybe toward the end of this relationship, or when you were just breaking up or whatever, I think you texted them a lot. Because you really had a lot of very strong feelings for this person. And I think they either ignored you or they decided to just move forward and they weren't answering you or communicating properly with you. So yeah, they're the one that walked away. But now they're having all these feelings about you and these thoughts about you. Because the water on this card is running toward you. That's the emotion running toward you. But the man's walking away. So that's what I'm seeing. It's really, really, really strange. I don't know if they know that you're with someone else, if that first bit of this reading resonates with you, who are in this relationship. If you are with someone else, I don't know if they know that or not, or you might not be if this is you know, a different person again. But they are waiting. They're waiting. They're watching. They're kind of waiting to step in. They're waiting for an opportunity. But all this is going on in their head and in their imagination, because I'm getting the feeling that they won't even come toward you. They won't even say anything to you. They're just doing this thing. So it's a little bit of not knowing what you have until it's gone. That's what I'm getting around this. You know, that's how they feel about you. It's like you're the one who got away. And then every now and again, they look on your social media or they ask people about you. They still think about you all the time. They're just watching, they're thinking, they're hoping. But the feeling I'm getting is, the conclusion of that is, I actually don't think you're going to get together with them. I don't think that's going to happen. That's just what the feeling I'm getting around that. Okay, so the last card you have, you pass the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so again, this is what I'm seeing here. I do not think you're going to want to be interested in them again, even if the opportunity was there. Even if you were single, they were single, you were standing right in front of one another, I think you might say no to them, actually. I think you would have said yes once, because I think in the last stages of this relationship or whatever, you were the one doing all the contacting. I keep on seeing that. You wanted to make this work. They're the one who walked away. That's what I'm getting in this. And if you look at this card, this can be about a process, going through an emotional process. So I think you went through a very, very long emotional process. It was very difficult. There are a lot of tears coming down on this card. You went through that. You came out the other side. It was very hard work for you. And now you've kind of grown a lot out of that, having come out of that. So because you've grown out of that, the other thing is, it's like you're a different person now. You're very different to the way you were. So, you know, even the person they're imagining and they're kind of fantasizing about or whatever, they're not fantasizing about you. They're kind of imagining the person that they used to know. So I just really, really don't think it would work, even if you wanted it to, even if you said yes. It probably wouldn't anyway. I'm really happy to see that you've grown out of this time and that you've really changed. I just hope that the same thing's going to happen for them, because I think they're still really stuck in the past. They're stuck in all their memories and everything like that. And I think they are still going to be like that for a while, for some time to come. That's what I'm seeing there. And I don't want that for them. I really want them to kind of move on. But that's not what I'm seeing. I don't think they're going to for a while. Okay, so the first card you have, your presence, the Moon. Okay, this is a little bit strange. I hope I can articulate this. It's quite strange. Okay, I'm just going to try and explain what I'm seeing to you. There's someone who might not be that well physically. I think they're an older person. They're a little bit opinionated. They like to say a lot. You might have had a few arguments with them, actually. I'm just looking at this dog and this wolf. So they're arguing. That's what they look like to me. Yeah, they know, it's like they know that you love them. You know that they love you, even though you've had these kind of arguments. Okay, I think they might need you to just reach out to them now, actually, or sometime soon, because you might have moved away from them, actually, as well. You might have moved to another area. I think you used to live near them or even with them. Okay, so this is going to sound strange. This is the strange bit. I'll just say this. I have to say this. Okay, and I don't want to upset anyone either. Might be upsetting. So there's someone who I think you're both very, very, very close to. I think you lost this person, and they did as well, who you were both very close to. This is someone who's not on this earth. That's what I'm seeing. You and this other person who's a lot older than you, you were the two people who were closest to this other person who's not here. That's what I'm seeing. Now, I'm seeing a dream. I think this person, this older person, they might have had a dream. They might have been dreaming of the person who you both lost. And I think they're feeling a little bit upset about that. I know that's extremely specific, but this is what I'm seeing. So if that all resonates with you, if it makes any sense to you at all, Try to contact them. I think they'd really love to talk to you about this. I don't think they can really talk to anyone else about this because they feel as if no one else can really understand this, only you and them. The three of you were very, very close, and then this person left. That's what I'm seeing. So I know that sounds very strange, but if that resonates to you at all, with you at all, contact this person and talk to them. I really hope the right person gets to hear that message. I know it's specific, but I had to let that out. I had to say that. Right, so the next card you have your presence, the Empress. Yeah, again, I'm seeing this person in the Moon card. I think this is a woman, an older woman. It might be your mother, it might be your grandmother, and there's so much love coming out of this again. They love you so much. Excuse me. They always have. The reason why they're bossy, the reason why you've had these fallings out is because they care about you. That's the message I'm getting around that as well. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. The other thing I'm seeing here is a bit of an abundance. If you look at this Empress, she's full of abundance. She's sitting there, she's luxuriating in a beautiful chair. She's got everything around her she needs. So this is all about luxury, abundance, all of that kind of thing. Now, I think this might be, the Empress is also a mother, so she gives birth, and she gives birth to ideas. So I think you might have an idea for something. It might be a kind of a hobby or something that's kind of, because this is about luxury, so this is something you do in your spare time or your free time, in your luxury time, let's say. But I think this might be a business side to this as well. You might be thinking about turning a hobby into a business. It might be that. Because, yeah, there's a lot of abundance around this. So you might be turning this into a money-making thing. And I think that's the idea that you have. And yeah, I think this is looking positive for you. That's what I'm seeing in that, if that resonates with you. Now, don't be discouraged. I am seeing a year here. I'm specifically seeing a year. It might be a full year before this abundance, money, profit or whatever starts to come into you. Now, I know you're a fire sign, I know you're impatient, but actually a year for a business before profit comes in, that's actually very good. Usually it's a few years before anything starts to come in. So remember that if you're frustrated, and it's a hobby anyway, so just enjoy that, just work through this. And there's a lot of support coming from your partner as well around this. They're happy to support you. Again, this is this very strong connection between you I'm seeing. They're happy to see you in the main role with them supporting you. That's what I'm seeing as well. And they're happy to take a back seat. They're happy to support you. But what I'm seeing here as well is I think they'd appreciate just a little bit more recognition from you, a little bit more appreciation. That's what I'm seeing there. They might be feeling a little bit left out of something. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing. So if that resonates to you, if you haven't been giving them a lot of attention recently, just go and do that. That's what I'm seeing now. So the last card you have your presence, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, again, work in this thing. Yes, it might be a hobby. And you might be turning this into a business. That's the idea you have anyway. And it can work. There is abundance around this again. But you're going to have to be consistent and you're going to have to be patient because it is going to take time. That's what I'm seeing. Patience isn't your greatest thing. You're Sagittarius, but you're going to have to be patient if you want this abundance to come into you. I also think you might attract someone's attention with this thing that you're doing. I'm just looking at this tree with these coins going up the tree, and it looks to me as if the tree's kind of shining full of these coins, and that attracts a lot of attention, obviously. So I think someone's, sorry about that siren, someone's eventually going to notice what you're doing. It might actually be someone who's a bit influential, someone who has a lot of experience in this field. They might even ask you to work alongside them, actually, because this card can be about apprenticeships. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be an apprentice, but this is someone who you can learn from. They might be a mentor. They might ask you to work with them on something. And they're going to bring even more attention or maybe even publicity or something like that to what you're doing. So just get ready for that. Again, I think this is probably all going to happen sometime at the end of the year, not this year, but the end of the year that you started this. So if you start it now, it's going to be a year from now. That's what I'm seeing. But keep on working on this. Don't think, oh, that's going to take too long, I'm not going to do this, because the abundance is going to come in. I'm seeing that. It's looking really good. It's going to happen at the right time for when you're ready. That's what I'm seeing. Patience, two things I'm seeing in this. Patience and consistency. They're the two things I'm seeing there. That's what's going to bring in that abundance to you. Okay, so the first card you have, your future, is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is looking really positive. Sometimes I see openness in this card, honesty and communication. So I think you are going to start to communicate a lot more openly with your partner. I think you are going to probably sit down and have this conversation. And I think this is going to bring a lot more than just open communication with you. I think it's going to bring a lot of fresh air into your relationship. I think you do have the basics there. You do have a good, stable relationship there, but I think this is going to add a lot more onto that. It's going to open up a lot of more things for you. You're going to feel a lot more open, able to ask them things, talk to them about things. You're going to share a lot more with them, open up everything with them. Really, really nice. There's also a lot more passion that's coming here. So this is like a big whirlwind. It's like a big breath of fresh air that's coming to you. You're listening, you're talking, I'm seeing that here, and you're both willing to think about how the other one feels and open that up. And this is like, I'm looking at this Wheel of Fortune, and it's just like this big, what I'm seeing is it's like a great big whirlwind of fresh air just kind of floating around. I think you have been a little bit sluggish, not just in the relationship, but in a lot of areas of your life. Very tired, not feeling yourself. And I think this is going to bring a huge breath of fresh air into everything in your life as well. And this is leading me on to the Hierophant, because this is really about spirituality. And sometimes with spirituality, it's not something you can see, but it's something you can feel. And I think that's going to bring this into your relationship and into your life. Because what I'm seeing is there was a block, an energy block in front of you. You were very tired, very exhausted. They were as well. And I think that might have been one of the reasons why you weren't communicating properly. You were both very busy, both very exhausted. And I think that's all going to come to an end. I'm seeing an end in this crazy busyness. You're still going to have your usual work to do, but you're going to have a lot more free time, and you're going to be sharing a lot more together. I'm seeing you teaching each other things about each other. This is about teaching and learning. So you're really going to grow together. It's absolutely beautiful. And this Wheel of Fortune is turning around. It's like a turning point that's coming into your relationship, and everything's going to change. It's going to be a lot stronger for you. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen this in this card before. And I'm really seeing these two cards kind of working together for your relationship and for every other area in your life. You've had this lack of energy, and now you're going to have this beautiful big burst of energy, and it's going to feel really free, really fresh for the two of you. It's absolutely fantastic. I love this so much. And I know this sounds really strange, probably does, I don't know, but this is what I'm seeing, so this is what I'm saying. And I think, when you start to open things up that have been closed or locked, especially when it comes to communication, I think that opens up a whole new phase. Everything starts to feel different. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. Very, very beautiful, very dramatic, very beautiful energy shift. And you're both going to feel that. And you're both going to feel different. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Three of Wands. Okay. So here's this poor person again that I'm seeing in the Eight of Cups. They're still going to be waiting. This is exactly what I was seeing, and I'm seeing it again here. This is the card of waiting. They're waiting, waiting, waiting. Now, a ship is going to come in for them. There are ships on this card. That ship's not going to be you. I think you have a very strong relationship where you are, and it's growing even stronger now. That's what I'm seeing, or it's going to in the future. It's going to come to this big turning point, this very positive turning point for you. It's already very solid. That's what I'm seeing in the Two of Cups. So they're going to be waiting, and you're not going to come along for them, and they're going to have to learn this. I think they are going to have someone come along for them. They are going to find someone, but it is not going to be you. And I think they're going to be waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. And I think after a while, someone else is going to come along. And that's the only thing I think that's going to stop them from having these kind of longings and feelings and memories for you. So I think that's what's going to happen eventually. And I don't think you have to worry about them. They're not going to bother you. They're not going to do anything, but they are watching you. If you know who this is, you probably feel them watching you. But yeah, nothing's going to come of this. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So Sagittarius,